Didn't really know I was fixed to go live. I was going to take a thumbnail and everything. Next thing I know, this thing's giving me a countdown. So looks like that's how the day's going to go, huh? It's 16 degrees this morning. 16 degrees. Y'all, I'm hungry this morning. Didn't eat anything last night. Matter of fact, I think I went to bed at like 9. Yeah, tired. Man, so how y'all seen any snow, anything? Cause man, it's cold and crap this morning here. Squirrel's still doing all right. She she jumped on my arm, climbed down my pocket, and got a daggum almond out of it. I gave her some fresh water. Action Jackson, what's going on? Trying to eat on some of this sausage egg biscuit I got. I'm about to starve. Mm, blue skies out there though. Except for that gum, I'll tell you this. I can't see it from here. Way on the horizon in the eastern sky, which I can't see from here. I've got all sorts of lines going. Yeah, you can't see it from here. Damn, what's up on top of that tree over there? You'll see that. Kia, how you doing? That poor old truck. I got everything to fix it up. I just ain't got the time. Man, that almost looks like a skull there. Oh God. Dang, I'm cold. It's one of them colds you can spit on the ground and it's freezing. But it ain't cold enough to freeze this daggum ice cream they sell nowadays. I don't know what it is. My freezer will freeze a 16-ounce bottle of water solid, right? But I can put in a pint of ice cream, and that stuff's like foam or whatever they. I don't know. It ain't ice cream. And I put that shit outside because it's 16 degrees, right? It didn't freeze. I'm like, man, what's up with my ice cream? I like ice cream. I haven't eaten it in 2 days though, because it is kind of cold. But I've been drinking like a milkshake a day or ice cream sundae, whatever. But it's been some sort of ice cream. Been doing that for months, and I can't gain any weight. But yeah, we're gonna be in for it tonight down there, man. We're supposed to get some snow. Ooh. I know I'm not going to work tomorrow. mm. All right, I'm through with that bitch. 16. Um, oh yeah, it's cold, but the wind ain't blowing. When that wind's blowing, you can feel that when it's cold. But that's kind of like I got so many layers on. I go outside. I'm like, man, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad at all. That's because I got layers on. After I'm out there for a little while, that cold starts seeping down through those layers. Hey, yeah. And these dadgum fires going on, they're starting to act like the paradise and stuff, man. Trees still got leaves on them, whole neighborhood of houses turned to cigarette ash. Yeah, right. In what world does that really happen in? Yeah, I stay layered up. And you gotta watch, you can't get yourself overheated, though. I always keep my ears covered, man, because there ain't nothing worse for me. Cold air on my ears, I get my throat to hurt. Yeah, ever since I was watching Dabu 777, something to do. I don't know how. I don't know. Is an impression in the ground or the sidewalk that was on fire, but there was something blue that wasn't burning. I don't know. But I do know I had that fog. No, I think about a month ago. Whew, it's getting hot in here. I never thought I'd say that. All right, I'm gonna save on gas. Turn that off. Yeah, I remember I seen that about a month ago. I just leave it. And that fog was weird. So I pulled my t-shirt up over my nose and stuff, but I was watching it, the particles land, and it'd sit there for a few seconds and then just poof, vanish. It didn't turn into a wet spot or nothing. It just it probably left residue everywhere. To me, it reminded me of how a soap bubble would do. It'll sit there and hold its form, and over a period of time, it just it doesn't have enough of it to hold the density or whatever. But anyway, I got too thin and popped. That's kind of how these things act. They act like they're popping. There wasn't nothing there. It was weird. But I didn't stay out in it long. I saw it and I'm like, man, this is weird. I ain't gonna breathe this stuff. And I don't worry about it anyhow because I'm protected. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I just wish the bad luck would get the hell out of here. That's my biggest problem. It's always gonna land butter side down. You know what I mean? The toast never lands butter side up. Always butter side down. Except for in my case, it lets me get the jelly on it before it goes jelly side down, and you got an even bigger mess. But that's just the life of old John Boy. They're gonna squirrel's getting some fur on her though. She's got to, man. She's doing all right. I give him fresh water. I said them, not him. I give all the squirrels fresh water in the morning. Everything's solid ice, man. I gotta knock the ice out. Because it doesn't have time. What doesn't have time, Mega? I forgot what I was talking about. So I don't. Man, what? I think we're having, I don't know, all sorts of magnetic events with this Earth and everything that's connected to everything. You know what I mean? What did they say about the West Coast over there about all that high tide wave bull crap? Something about a floor collapsing or something. I don't remember. It's man, there's stuff happening. Where was that at? New Guinea or somewhere where that it was venting out all that water and rocks and stuff out of the ground? Somewhere, I don't know where. I ain't worried. All I worry about is where I'm at right now. And I don't even know the names of the roads. I just know which roads to take. You know what I mean? Might sound Paris, how you doing? Yeah. I really don't, man. I've been going down some roads for 12 years now. If you ask me the name of it, I can't tell you. But it's the third road on the left after you turn. Go by old Jim Bob's farmhouse and make a left. You go down there the ways where the old barns though Burns barn was that burned down 30 years ago, you gotta make a right there. Man, I like cold, but I don't know anymore. I used to up to I think this year. I got cold natured last year somehow. Cold never bothered me until last year. What really bothers me about the cold is the electric companies. Them members trying to make a killing. 43 down south. Where are you at, Action? Because I'm down south here in Jackson, Tennessee, and it's 18 degrees up here. Yeah, I've been throwing out the sunflower seeds. And, well, I got a bunch. I got like 5 different spots. I couldn't get in my shop this morning to get to the corn. I got some whole corn, and I've been feeding that over there by my salt block for the deer. One afternoon at dusk, it's really starting to get dark or whatever. It was like a doe and its spawn, which was half grown, I guess. If I watched them bed down, I did that about 100 foot from me. Oh, let me keep eye on this time. What time? Oh, shoot, I must have got here way early. Yeah, I think another reason for all those fires, they have multiple purposes for what they do, but I think they're trying to get a whole lot of smoke particulates up in the atmosphere so to make the snow even more. Think about it. And the thermal part of it, that thermal heat is bringing those particles way up in the atmosphere, right? So they're up above this snowstorm falling down into it. And what collects on dust particles or smoke particles or whatever kind of particles? Moisture. And what does that eventually do? Turn into rain or snow, right? I mean, think about it. They got it figured out. They had to add, I don't know if they needed the extra heat, because you think about how many BTUs, we'll just say 10,000 acres, because that's one thing I heard, which is, they said it was doing 5 football fields a minute. That's how fast it was spreading. You believe that? I believe the cat stopped rolling. They did this to Beck from Oz the other day. Everybody's chatting. She's like, if y'all chatting, let me know. Somebody chat. Everybody's chatting, ain't nothing showing up. I mean, it's showing up on our end, it wasn't showing up on her end. And it'll do it both ways. It'll do it to the person watching the live to where the chat never moves. You actually have to leave the live and come back in to get the chat to start working. It's crazy. But yeah, I think they're trying to get a whole lot. They're trying to make this snowstorm worse by putting all that smoke up there so all that stuff will fall down on top of the snowstorm. Because there's no doubt that heat generated by the fire is, thermally lifting all that smoke high up into the atmosphere toward the wind patterns are different and stuff. And I'm telling you, they're just like, here's your snowstorm down here, and here comes the smoke particles. And it's just going to inflame that. They're calling for 5 to 10 inches. Watch it double. Watch it be 10 to 20. And then it'll be toxic as hell. Think about how toxic all that. See, that's what it is. I started talking about this fire, and they shut my chat down to where I can't see what anybody's saying. I see that happen a lot. Dabu, when he hits on something, they hit his OBS and kick him offline for a minute. A lot. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Freedom of speech, right or wrong, you should have a freedom of speech. Should have a freedom of opinion. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's forced relocate. It's all sorts of. They're probably gonna start those green cities. It is California. We're fixed to be at war. January the 20th. Oh, well, I don't say much. But yeah, when Trump becomes president, it's going to be all out war on these cartels. And then they're going to throw in the bird deal. And man, I'm telling you, man, it's all setting up to be multitask. They're going to have the military all in place for the expelling these immigrants, right? But then the bird doo doo is going to hit, and it's going to be mandatory or death. And they're going to send the military around rounding up the people. Well, I don't know. They might execute on spot. Are you beat or not? No. I mean, this world's gotten that crazy. I mean, seriously. I watched Twilight Zone to get some sanity. You know what I mean? Twilight Zone's not way out there anymore. I mean, it's not. It's so crazy, man. All right, man. What am I gonna do here? Oh man, I thought about, and I haven't done it. I need to do it. Matter of fact, let me get over here. Oh, I gotta lift this up. That armrest, I can't. No. I think this is the phone. What phone is this? Is this the? What is this? Look at that screen. It smashed the crap. But it does have a time lapse on it. I need to charge this thing up so I can time lapse this daggone snowstorm when it comes in. Alright, I did bring my charger today. But I found if you have these batteries fully charged and turn them off, man, you can pick one of these phones up a year later and it's still got battery. Sometimes. Evidently this one doesn't. Oh yeah. And look, none of this, it's what's so crazy is like the COVID. That stuff never would have jumped across whatever it supposedly had jumped across in a million years without the help of man. You know what I mean? And now this bird flu crap. If they want experimenting in labs to see if they could make it transmittable to humans, we wouldn't be having the problem right now. You know what I mean? Because it probably never ever would have jumped species ever. Ever. Unless man got in there and started tinkering. Now we got daggum Billy Boy is engineering daggum mosquitoes that will give you the it's crazy. How can we stop this stuff, man? How does our government allow a, a, a individual? He's not a government. He's not been appointed by the people. He's not a government official. He's nothing more than a dude that stole somebody's idea, made a lot of money from Microsoft because of it, and somehow now he's the lead medicine man. What? He wants everybody to eat lab grown meat. Okay. But the only way they can grow that meat, The only way they can grow lab grown anything is they use the protein of whatever they're trying to mimic and they attach it to cancer cells. And those cancer cells are what looks like the meat. I mean, God. So you're eating if it's beef, it's protein infused cancer. I'd rather go to Old Green Pond and get a handful of that and eat it than sit there and eat some of this lab cancer they're passing off as meat, man. And I still can't get over. All right, you know how they're censoring real bad if you talked about mRNA or anything like that, right? So I sat there and thought, you know what? Since this, I don't know, was it Pennsylvania? Some university did a research on putting spider DNA in a goat, and they made some goat milk that they could extract webbing out of and make stuff that was, I can't remember, 100 times lighter than steel and 20 times stronger or something like that. I don't know. But it resists heat. And Super Dave 44, how you doing? But yeah, they finally took that down after it was up for 5 years. Because I was trying to prove a point of what they can do with this mRNA. I mean, I remember in the 80s when they came out, I think it was in the 80s, and they were talking about mRNA technology and how they can make it heal your own body. If you got a defective DNA strand somewhere in your body, they can sit there and make this RNA medicine that'll sit there and go in there and repair that bad DNA you have, and you'll be good to go. I'm like, man, that's pretty good right there. But instead of doing it for good, they went the other way with it. Well, if we take spider DNA and splice it in this goat, we can make some spider web milk. Or we can make this germ. I mean, come on. It's so crazy. Let's see what. Gotta grow what? Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. I got 5 acres of land, and if I cleared off all the trees on it, I don't think that's enough acreage to supply me with enough vegetables to make it a year. And then that ain't counting you need some chickens or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just for the eggs. You ain't gotta eat the chickens, just the eggs. I don't know, man. And I watched over the years all the native wild edible stuff just died off, man. White rabbit, how you doing? Yeah, it's what? Wednesday afternoon. You're done with your hump day. We're just, hey, what's my future for today? What's gonna happen? Super Dave, where I'm living at, it's gonna be the highest concentration of all. I'm serious. It's an area. It's south of Jackson, and I don't. It's just a small, kind of small portion here in West Tennessee that's fixing to get dumped on. Like they were showing, what was it, 5 to 10 inches, and they keep Mickey Mousing it around. They dropping it to 4 to 8, and then they're making it. Well, it's not going to be here as long now, so the snow total. Who knows? But I think, like I said, they got all that fire going in California and all that heat bringing all that smoke way up above everything that's going on down here. And they're just going to add more particulates into the snowstorm to make it worse and toxic. Yeah. Yeah, we're in for some fun. Man, I forgot all about the time. Time's irrelevant to me anymore. Oh, man. I guess I'm going to have to charge this phone up. No, this phone ain't no good. This is that Google Pixel thing. Yeah, this ain't no good. Yeah, you see the screen on it. AT&T would not honor. Look, these people. All right, y'all know the story. Dude sat there and wanted to get a commission. He wouldn't have got a commission if he just updated my old phone. So he gave me a new phone, and I didn't want a new phone. He gave me a new number and threw away my original number, and I had to go back in all the imaginary Apple Watch, all that crap. Remember all that? Well, I finally got my original number to this phone, and then the string got all broken stuff, and I went to see if they'd get it repaired, and they told me because it didn't have the original phone number that they couldn't repair it under the insurance, but they were still charging me insurance every month and the payment on that phone. I'm like, fuck y'all. Yeah, that ain't the right phone. I remember that phone now. Oh man, I done forgot about that nightmare. I have one single unlimited line through AT&T. Everybody and their mama's getting it for like $62 a month. They were charging me $174 a month for a single line, man. And there's nothing you can do about anything. It was crazy. Hell, the second month, or was it the first? Yeah, the first month, I had to pay them like $200, and then 2 weeks later they wanted another $200. This AT&T. I'm like, man, I just paid y'all $200 2 weeks ago. So it was like $400 for that month, and then the next month was $280 something. I'm like, man, what the hell's going on, y'all? Know? And then they sat there and trespassed me from the store because I figured out what they had done. I mean, it's just crazy bullcrap, man. AT&T can kiss my ass. All right, he gets here late, so it's probably about time me to go in. Yeah, I'd say it is. Um, all right, look, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Be careful out there if you're in the path of this. They've already got snowstorm warnings out, and it starts at what time? 6 p.m. tonight and goes all the way to 6 a.m. Saturday for here. So, oh, y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later.